Hey, it's Natasha.
And Khalil.
And we are the co-hosts of
WokeNFree.
Thank you for tuning in to our 110th episode of WokeNFree. If you've been tuning in every week for WokeNFree Wednesday, you know that WokeNFree is all about being real and honest with each other and you. We talk about everything and anything important to us, you, the world, and nothing is off the table. This week, we are discussing what are the top 10 mispronounced words, which should actually be quite a riot. So I hope you guys are ready for a lot of education and entertainment all in one. That is the WokeNFree way of living, y'all. But before we dive deep into the subject, what do we have to do? We have to have the monologue by me, Natasha Nurse. Woohoo! Nice. So we are hoping that you are not only just listening to this episode, but you have downloaded it on the Podbean app, because that is where you can find WokeNFree at. That's our host. But if you also go to WokeNFree.com and you click on listen, you can find the show on 24 other different platforms, because in total we are on 25 different platforms.
Where you can download it as well.
Word. Amazing, guys. So you can download it, you can listen. It's, you can just have all the fun you can have with WokeNFree. So please do so. And then, of course, if you're catching the show on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, any of those places, make sure that you are subscribed to the show and the podcast so that so you get notified every time we have a new episode every WokeNFree Wednesday. So it's not a surprise, but it's an expectation. You expect to have fun every Wednesday. It is hump day after all. So go on, do what you need to do with that. Next, don't keep us as your dirty secret. We are ready to have as big and wide of a conversation as possible. So invite your friends, invite your family, have them check out the episode. And if any of the people you know are mispronouncing words, then this will be a fun dig for that. So yeah. Time to be intellectually snarky for the day. That's always fun. And then, of course, if you haven't reviewed the show, we would really appreciate your time and effort. Just a couple of minutes, right? Pick your platform of choice where you tune into the show and leave us a review. Give us your stars. We need your stars. We need your support. And also, we greatly appreciate it. So thank you. Monologue over.
And enjoyable as always.
Exactly.
Each week we like to share a little bit about us before we dive into the topic for the episode. Last week we shared barbecue season's almost over. What do you want to grill? Something old or something new? This week we're sharing, would you rather be really, really early to an appointment or a few minutes late?
Is this like a personal thing you're trying to get me to?
Nah.
Okay. Gotcha.
These just come from many places.
Okay, well, anyone who knows Tasha knows that it's always better to be early, not late. There's no such thing as on time, guys. I was raised by a parent who would sometimes arrive at things 2 hours early.
That's the really, really early.
That's the really, 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 really early status quo there. And I appreciated that parent effort, because I think there's something to be said about really honoring time. It is the most valuable asset you have in your life. We've talked about that on the show. So be early, don't be late, because unfortunately, and I've experienced this myself, not being late by my own accord, but because of, stupid New York City trains. Ha ha! Goodbye, New York. Being late to a function and then having, a door be closed in my face, not having a person want to communicate with me, right? Because they were offended. People get offended when you get late, when you arrive late. Do. So don't do that to yourself. Don't clap doors closed in your face. Be early and do what you need to do. If you have to get up earlier, or as another parent of mine would say, make sure you allot proper amount of time to get where you're going. Judgment City. Do what you need to do, but be early. What are your thoughts?
Now, in practice, I'd really like to be really, really early, but it doesn't actually happen.
Oh yeah, well I know yourself.
What I do is I'm either on time or I might be a little bit late, depending on which appointment it is. So
now, when you say late, you mean CP time?
No, I mean it might be 5. I like to call myself now the time master, because I can predict the time.
Why.
No, because I can predict the time that I get to within a couple of minutes, and it's with the help of Google Maps usually. But I can outpredict even the maps.
Using Google Maps.
No, but I outpredict it. Sometimes it'll say a certain time, and I'll know I'll be 5 minutes earlier, or it might be 10 minutes later.
Hey,
so
Google,
I'm pretty good with that.
You heard that, you've been what is that? Bested by the Time Master.
Yeah, the Time
himself.
Master. Yeah. It should be like a movie or something. This person who predicts the time.
Maybe it could be your Halloween costume this year. There you go. Wear a big clock on your head.
No, that would be Flavor Flav.
Hey,
that's a different thing that'd be going. And I don't think he arrives early to any appointments.
I think he lives in CP time.
Yeah. He never shows up sometimes. He just says, forget about it.
There's a whole other level of CP time.
Yeah, he's like, forget about it. I'm Flav. So, yeah, the thing is, it's better to be early. But for me, I don't think I could be really, really early. So that's the problem. I'd be a few minutes late.
Smart.
I would. That happens sometimes. Hey, it happens.
Keeping it real, guys.
Hey, look at Beyonce's last performance. Was she on time?
Do not bring up Queen
concert?
Bee. You know the Beehive will come for you.
But that's good, though. It keeps her fans in anticipation. I'm not saying it's bad. I do the same thing.
I don't know. We haven't seen...
all right.
But have you seen Beyonce in person?
I don't think so, no.
No, so we don't know. Yeah.
But my point is that most of these musicians that do concerts, they don't show up exactly on time, and they're never really, really early. Never. So that's all
Well,
I
they
say.
have a whole bunch of other
They're
acts
either late or
coming
on time.
them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're
That's
late, they're super late, or on time.
Just think of it like church.
What do you mean?
Church doesn't start on time because you have all the other stuff that has to be done, and this person has to pray, and you know.
Well, Universal Unitarianism.
Well, they don't do that, but you know, the Baptists and the know, like the real
the Lutherans. You think?
Well, I don't know about that, but
oh wow,
maybe
right. The Catholics, they start on time, right? Because they have the mass or whatever. All right, Catholic woman. Catholic woman.
I do not know who you're speaking to.
Okay.
Are you speaking to someone else that I should know? I should know about?
You are not a Catholic. That's all I know.
Indeed.
You are not a Catholic woman that I know of.
Nope. We'll have conversations after this.
No, we can't. We can't.
We'll have conversations.
No, we can't. We shall not have words.
We shall have words.
We shall not have words, man.
You are losing control at this moment.
Not.
You're losing control.
All right, let's rein this in.
Yeah.
We're going to jump into the episode. Now, I'm going to ask you, what are some of the most mispronounced words that you've found?
Okay, so I'm going to share 5 and then you share 5. That way we meet our 10 goals.
Okay, hopefully you have fun ones, though.
Suck it.
That's not one. That is not one. I know it's not. It can't be.
According to grammar.yourdictionary.com, there were some words that I thought were very interesting that people are struggling with saying. So I'm going to break you off, guys, with 5 from there. So they say, don't say affidavit, but you do say affidavit. Affidavit. So hopefully I pronounced that clearly enough for you. I'll say it again.
T, right?
So affidavit, like affidavit is what people are saying instead of David. Like, yeah, with the T at the end. It's supposed to be affidavit. So the comment.
No one says that.
I know. The
I
comment.
hear the David. Yeah.
I usually hear the David.
And I always wondered why, but.
So their comment on their website is, even if your lawyer's name is David, he issues affidavits. So just think David.
Good luck. Good luck.
That's one. Another is don't say escape, but escape. And so I was when I was thinking about it, I was like, I think I say escape. I don't know. Do I say escape or escape?
I don't know.
Hard to know now.
You don't use that word in your normal vocabulary.
I don't use that word.
Because what are you escaping from? What crime are you committing?
From something.
It's usually a crime that's being committed, or someone committed a crime on you.
That too. Like
but crime's involved with escape in any manner.
Yes, yeah.
You're not escaping.
Someone's holding you against your will, so
you don't escape from a donut shop.
I mean, that's an interesting idea. It might make it to WokeNFree Story time.
Yeah,
we'll see.
It was a gluten overload, so you had to escape. No, that doesn't happen.
To run to the bathroom?
But who was trapping you though? The donuts trapped you. You ate so many donuts, you're way down.
Amazing. I think this should be a WokeNFree Story time.
It could be.
I don't know how you escape from a donut shop. This is terrifying, guys.
It's a weird thing.
So yes, don't say escape like EX, but say escape. ES.
No, that's how it's spelled.
And the comment is, the good news is if you say escape, you've mastered the prefix X because its meaning does fit this word. The bad news is you don't use this prefix on escape. So,
which was a weird English thing when you think about it. It doesn't make sense. But,
this is another like snarky one. So in parentheses instead of in parenthesis. So no one can enclose an expression in one parenthesis. At least 2 parentheses are required. So instead of the SIS at the ending, it's supposed to be ES. So parentheses, not parenthesis.
That makes sense.
All right. Then don't say libel. You do say liable. right? Because you are liable for the damages if you successfully sued for libel.
All right,
Libel
there's a
is
lot of lawyer terms
Yes,
here.
I know.
That's pretty funny.
was tantalized by the
I know you
language. So don't confuse the words. So liable is your fault at something, right? And libel is a type of cause of act, like a type of lawsuit you would be bringing. Like you're saying someone's liable for this, but it gets tricky there. The last one.
Libel versus
Is the
liable.
Libel is the cause or the proceeding in court. Liable is the fault. And that's what you should be saying. Don't say library, say library. And so people are forgetting that extra R in there.
Happens all the time. Yeah.
As mentioned before, English speakers dislike 2 R's in the same word. However, we have to buck up and pronounce them all. So this article, this website was very snarky. I loved it.
Well, it's called Your Dictionary.
Yeah, like Get Your Life.
It's not Our Dictionary.
GetYourLifeEnglish.com.
It's Your Dictionary. They're making that
It was
quite clear.
Yeah. But I think I say library. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever heard.
You don't say library, right?
Yeah, I think library. Like you're supposed to say the R's, but
yeah, library.
Yeah, I think people say library, like library, like instead of library.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So those are. I mean, I don't know if that really like did it for you guys, but it tickled my soul. So, what are your 5 words?
The 5 words I found were in a life hack article. And I just chose the ones that to me were very funny and might be helpful for people. So the almond is the dry fruit that people say like almond. Like people will say the L.
Oh, that's true. Almond or almond.
But it's actually almond.
Almond.
You're not supposed to say the L. It's actually silent.
Almond. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've been saying that right. Yeah, cool.
Don't say it with the L. Now, schedule, according to U.S. English, schedule is correct pronunciation, but
schedule.
If you've been to the U.K. or even seen like the British on TV, they will say schedule. Schedule, yeah.
My dad,
I remember when I first heard that, I was like, I didn't know what they were.
I
didn't know what they were saying, but I was like, oh, it's schedule. I didn't even realize,
schedule,
but you're saying schedule. I'm like, oh, I see. Because if you look at it, it does look like
schedule.
Like, if you looked at it, it looks like that, but we just learned it as schedule. Where's the K though? There's no K in schedule.
I know.
That's an English that's a weird thing. I don't know why we say the K. The schedule actually makes more sense.
Shout out to you,
it's
British
strange,
chaps
though.
out there.
Yeah, that one makes more sense actually. Some things they say make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then another word is in U.S. English, it's pronounced as niche, so people know that word.
Niche.
But according to British English, they say niche as in switch. But actually, English,
so I think
we're supposed to say niche.
Both.
I said both before because I've heard people say it different ways.
I say niche. So I say niche when I think of it like it's a niche thing that you're doing, but then for a job, it's a niche genre or something. But I know, I interplay with those too. But you're supposed to say
it's niche. As a U.S. English speaker, we say niche. I know that one's funny because the reason I would like to say niche is because quiche is spelled similar to that.
Oh, Jesus.
It is. It is. It's spelled similar.
Someone
quiche.
feeling hungry.
So you gotta, if you have a niche, then you have to have some quiche with it.
Get your life.
That's a niche to have a quiche. That's of a niche.
So someone's writing songs now, huh?
No, I'm just saying. Think about it. That's how you can remember. Say niche because you love your quiche.
I do
your
love my
cheese pie.
quiche. Oh.
That's a good old cheese pie.
Mm-hmm.
Hey there. Do you have a book that you want to share with the WokeNFree Nation? Are you a business owner looking to share your product or service with the podcasting world? Well, guess what? You can book an ad with us on our Contact Us page at WokeNFree.com. We're super excited to speak with you about curating a unique ad that will get your message across the WokeNFree platform. So go to the Contact Us page at WokeNFree.com. That is WokenFree.com, because WokeNFree is more than a podcast. It's a way of life and offers an innovative way to promote your platform in the exploding podcasting space.
Now, another one that I came upon not that recently, maybe like 12 years ago or so, is the correct pronunciation of Porsche. You know, the car manufacturer.
Yes, I love Porsches,
people say Porsche, but it's actually Porsche.
Porsche.
You got to say the "sh" at that.
Oh yeah, I think I've said Porsche before.
Yeah, of course you do. A lot of people say it wrong, but it's definitely, if you're a real car enthusiast, please say it right. And that's what the name is. You don't have to mess. It's Porsche. Because look at that little SCHE at the end.
It's not just Porsche.
So that's a "sh." It's not Porsche.
Okay, that makes sense.
And that's what I love. And I only mispronounce this when like I'm doing a story or something. But it's the correct pronunciation, what most of us know, is police, right? That's what we call them. Mm-hmm. But there's people that mispronounce it and say police.
Like in the South, you mean? I've only heard people who are Southern or from the,
No, but even the West Coast say it. The West Coast will say police too.
But don't they also say pop? And instead of soda,
that's a Midwest thing, though. Like, that's not necessarily all Western. And Southwest they can say too. It depends.
Because also like people in the hood, don't they say like popo or 4-1?
Yeah,
4-1-1
but that's why they say police. They'll say that too.
Yeah.
Then some of them will say that.
That just makes me think you're just like you have less resources.
And then that just brings up another one. Even though this is a bad one, is that some people in the hood they say Arab instead of Arab.
Oh God, that's so disgusting.
They see the A and they say Arab. It's like
Arab. Yeah,
why are you just saying the A like that?
But
They're words together.
What's his name?
What?
Didn't he do that song like the Arab? And
I'm get Arab money. Yeah,
Arab money.
I forgot the name of the guy, but he did it too.
Lord, yes.
I don't know if that was Swiss Beats song though, was it, or someone else who was singing?
What's his name?
No, it was other guy because
he did the.
No, he was like he had 2 hits. That's about it.
And he gets but he's on the TV show. Remember, and he has a son. He is now having another
I don't
kid.
know who it is. Then.
You know, with Diddy, that TV show, and it had what's her name on it too? Arab money. You know that song? It's
Diddy only had the one show.
Not.
Oh wait, no, you're thinking it's DJ Khaled.
Khaled, didn't he say?
No, that wasn't him. That was before DJ Khaled. That was way before him.
Okay.
Yeah, that was this other guy. He had 2 singles. And I forgot his name though, but he had 2 of them. He was like what do you call it? He used the auto tunes. He was like an R&B rap auto tune guy before Drake came out.
Yeah, okay.
But he was kind of like that because he was a rapper, but he was using auto tune crazy. But he said making Arab money. It's like it's Arab. Obviously.
Arabian Nights.
Those ones are pretty crazy. Arabian Nights. Imagine singing it like that.
Well, yeah, obviously they didn't watch Aladdin.
They say
because Arabian.
Yeah. Well, that was just too hard for them to pronounce, so they made their own pronunciation. Crazy.
Okay, before we break out into more song, why do you think people struggle with pronouncing words?
And I think the biggest reason is just how they're taught. So people. They'll see a word and they may not know what it means. Then they'll hear somebody say it, and they'll just think that's how it's pronounced. They won't question how did you get to that. They won't look up what's the correct way of saying this. Is like you just said it that way, so I'm going to say it that way.
True.
And then I think another issue is just if you look at conventional English rules and you use that for pronouncing new words, it's going to screw you up a lot of times because a lot of our rules will break and be an exception to the rule.
Absolutely.
So that can get you in a lot of trouble, especially as a foreigner. If you're like English is your second language, you'll get caught out there a lot. I mean, even as a native English speaker, we're caught out there. So I don't know how you're able to do that. Like that's really tough.
Absolutely.
Like the rules, there's too many exceptions. That's the problem.
I think that.
And too many words from other languages, too, I have to say. A lot of French words in there that don't follow our conventions at all. Yeah.
So I think there's a couple of things. Definitely culture, right? I would say as my Caribbean family, they say all sorts of crazy things in different kinds of ways. I mean, they refuse to even say my name, guys. In my family, I'm not Natasha, I'm Tash, right? Like, which is not even a word. It's not Tasha or Tashi, Tash, right?
Yeah.
And like, that's what I've known my name to be. Or I have a cousin who's one name and I just learned her name, maybe 2 years ago, right? Like where people just say all sorts of different things because they completely
change your name.
And like you said, you don't question them because I'm not trying to get hit in the face. So you just let people do their thing. So culture definitely dictates it. You definitely hit on English. English language is extremely difficult to understand, to teach, to even make sense of. It doesn't. I'm born here, raised in Manhattan, and I stay messing up words all the time. It's shameful. I do it on the show. It's shameful. So why are we doing this? Because we also don't, like you said, we don't spend time learning and asking. I mean, who here is like, ooh, I'm coming home and I'm learning phonetics from 7 to 8. Like, no one's really investing time since like after primary school. We just don't do that anymore. So that's one thing. And then, to be honest, do we really care if we mispronounce words? Like if someone says Arab, are you going to be like, I'm not doing business with you, right? Like you're just going to be like,
as long as it rhymes with the song.
I get money. I get, like, you're just gonna start rapping.
Yeah,
amazing.
If you're just doing a musical, who cares? Because then you mispronounce things just so it fits. Oh, that's another point
and
to put
that's another
in.
musicality.
People in music all the time, musicians will mispronounce things just because it fits the song.
And I am against that because I do believe you should speak your English because it's
you're gonna
too
mess
hard.
up so many songs. Though.
I know,
so
but
many good
for,
songs
from
have come
the
from messing
listener,
up.
it's so hard to understand what people are saying now. I mean, some of my favorite songs now, I don't know what they're saying.
But you understand all the metal songs.
Excuse you, I don't listen
all the heavy
to that
metal
noise.
No, the industrial.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, it seemed
I'm
like
talking
you're
about
tight.
my trap music.
Oh, okay, you're going that route.
The classy stuff, guys.
Yeah, the real classic. Yeah, that's some great stuff.
Are you a little jelly?
No, I'm gonna do some of your song for people so they understand what this trap music is.
That's what I'm suggesting, and that's enough crazy.
No, I'm just doing the song. Come on, I can't sing the latest hits that are on the air.
That is absolutely rude.
What?
And disgraceful.
I was like taking it to another level. I was like really putting it in.
Yeah,
there.
I can't wait for your record deal tomorrow.
I know.
Yeah, amazing.
All of that. I'm gonna get so many hits from that one.
Amazing. I think people are really tuning into my singing.
I think they prefer the mumble rap that I was just giving them.
That was beautiful pitch, Khalil. Hate nation.
I didn't say if it was bad or good. I just said maybe it's something you need to complete. You got to see it to the end. Then maybe you can make your first song and put it to the end and
right back at you.
I have my song. Remember, I have.
Why
many
don't you
songs.
play it on the episode? Though?
I can. I have many songs to play.
Yeah, whatever.
I do actually have a lot of songs. I do.
Well, yeah.
There's no jokes even about that.
Stay tuned for that.
I have songs.
Catch Khalil on
unfortunately,
Spotify.
it's not mumble rapping though.
Nah.
It's like hard rock.
I don't know why you're lying.
Okay, it's soft
air.
rock. It's soft rock. No, remember I had the soft rock song to say to you.
What is the next question?
It was one soft rock song. That was it. But all right. Now, do you think there's a way that people cannot mispronounce words?
Absolutely. I think it comes down to learning, reading, going to the dictionary online and having the whatever that machine is that pronounces words to you online, having that do that. You know, when you can you can type a word in dictionary and plus how does it sound and it'll say it to you like it'll phonetic. No, but on the dictionary itself. Like
it does it too.
Yeah, the dictionary does it too.
I use Google and the dictionary. I use them both.
And also, you can also listen to how people are speaking by and learning how to speak better by growing your network, right? So if the same people you know for the last 10 years are the same people you spend time with, then your language is going to be affected by that. But if you're continually growing and expanding your network, then you'll be able to also enhance your vocab. So it's doing all that adult team stuff that we need to be doing anyway. So it's just live your life and just elevate. And I think you'll be able to lower the amount of words that you mispronounce.
All right. Again, I have like a real simple solution for this, and it's just use a Kindle, which has a built-in dictionary.
Smart.
When you're
so
reading
when
books.
you have when the apocalypse happens and we have no internet and no access to devices, people are just
That's what's great about the Kindle.
It has slapping themselves and figure out.
Guess what? Kindle has a month life for battery. So if the apocalypse happens, you have at least a month to still read your Kindle.
Before
but you're gonna have
speak.
you probably have battery chargers. Use that to give it a charge.
You know, with all our devices, people are not going to know how to say their names anymore because children can just ask Alexa any question they have.
Except they can't ask her how to spell iCup.
Yes, that's true. But they can also ask her, what 5 times 10 equals. They can ask all sorts of crazy stuff.
Even that, you got to be careful. Some of them she won't actually tell you because you have to be a parent.
Okay, good.
There are some
because
filters
I'm afraid that people are going to learn not how to be able to think anymore. I mean, because we're just so tapped in. But okay.
Yeah. Well, here we go, yo. So what's the scenario? It's scenario time, guys. Scenario 1. Natosha loves to say sandwich. What does this word mean?
Screw you.
That's not what it means. Why did you lie?
Because first of all, my name's Natasha.
No, why are you talking about yourself? We're talking about
because
Natosha.
Because I say sandwich all the time. That's why. You're trifling.
You say that? No, Natosha says that.
You're so trifling.
No, Natosha says that. This is a different person.
WokeNFree Nation, Khalil is trifling right now.
Even though this is a different person, you're crazy.
Don't make me say something.
Don't say it.
So, exactly.
I didn't know what you were going to say. I just know you shouldn't say it.
Exactly.
That's what's crazy.
Exactly. So, sandwich is, I say sandwich, and Natosha probably says sandwich because she probably struggled with saying sandwich as a child and figured out a way to, like, this was a coping mechanism. And I've just never been able to stop because I just enjoy saying sandwich and I say icing instead of icing. It's very hard for me to say that. Yeah. So those are just, it's cultural tics and I say it and it is what it is. Get out my ass.
What? All right. I mean, I think that this word was meant in the past, but if you take it to the present tense, it would actually be singwich because you have to sing presently. You sang in the past. So I think it means to sing which. That's what I thought it meant.
I wonder if I should slap you now or later.
No, this is just what I thought when I heard the word
Gotcha.
sandwich. I just
Okay.
thought that was a password. Scenario 2. Kyle just baked a cake and told his girlfriend to pass the icing. She passes him a bag of ice. Was this correct item that he was looking for?
So you just went right in to using all the things that I say wrong as the basis of your scenarios this week. You're so trifling.
No, I just thought that was a thing that came up.
Kyle is an ass.
Oh, he is? Even though he asked for the ice thing? Kyle's the one that asked for the ice thing. His girlfriend passed him the ice.
Why would she do that? Who asked for ice when they have a cake?
I know, that's the weird thing. But he said ice, though. She heard ice. You don't know what that last part meant.
Obviously, she's not a good girlfriend.
Oh, wow. A lot was inferred from the few
Yes.
sentences of this
Yes.
scenario.
Yes. I knew enough information to assess this
Like
scenario.
so you could tell that this was the wrong item to bring, the ice.
This is the wrong girlfriend to have.
Oh, okay. Is that what you
Yes,
believe?
everyone's entitled to say icing if they want. It is
okay.
icing, and yes, icing is a more exciting way of saying it. So,
Nice.
yes, excellent.
Nice.
Nice. And your thoughts?
My thoughts is she probably should have asked him what he actually wanted once she brought what she thought it was ice, because like you said, why do you need ice when you're baking a cake? Unless you're baking some newfangled dessert that you don't know about, where you put it on ice for some reason. I don't know. But you probably should just ask him if she doesn't understand what the word means. That's
Smart.
what you do in this situation.
She should give him the ice and he should throw it at her.
No. Say now you're bringing violence in her. That's a Jamaican attitude.
Yes.
That's not how you handle these situations.
That's what my family would do if my aunt asked me to bring her something and I brought her something completely ridiculous.
You said that's what I heard.
What, Natasha? Why you bring me this? You know I want this, and throw it at my face.
Say that's what I heard though.
Yeah, and she was. You should listen. Open up your ears and listen better.
All right. Well, scenario 3.
I wonder what will be this one. Another thing I say.
No, this is a good one. You don't need to know this
let's,
one.
Let's hear it.
This is a good one. Scenario 3. Simba was at a friend's house and wanted to make some classic martini drinks. He asked where is the vermouth kept. His friend had no clue what he was talking about. What did Simba actually want?
Vermouth.
Yeah.
Smart.
That's a look. I'll admit it. So do we want to say where the previous 2 came from? Who said those words?
Natasha Nurse.
Okay, and then I'll own up to this is mine. Then I was
Yes, I know it is.
See, so we both had certain
So
things.
I get asked out twice, so just twice, and you get once.
Well, unfortunately, we only have 3 scenarios.
Well, how unfortunate.
And somebody says theirs more often than mine.
Smart.
And continues to say theirs.
No. 1, 2, 3, CMOS.
No, you can't bring that
Yep.
up on the episode.
Absolutely. Try me more.
You're going to do that when Simba was listening at his friend's house?
Yes, I will.
That's what you say?
I will cross my eyes and say it with a
No,
smile.
but the listeners hate when you cross your eyes.
Exactly.
They hate that. They can't even see you being
Why
foolish.
do people mispronounce vermouth?
Well, remember, if you just look at the English language and you just spell it out, it looks like it's spelled with a mouth on it. So how would you know that this is a mooth? It's not M-U-T-H, it's mouth.
true.
It's literally spelled mouth. It's V-E-R and then mouth. So this is not clear to
That's such a
people who
weird
don't know
word.
the word. Yeah.
Also, I guess
if you've
people
never heard it
look into the
before, you would
history of
not know.
words, you would also understand it too. Like if you
Maybe.
maybe, yeah.
Because some of these words, there's no way to
They're
know.
bizarre. Vermouth is a bizarre word, yeah.
Yeah, who says it? Oh, no, I didn't bring up the classic one. How do you say the Houston street in Manhattan?
Houston?
Yep, exactly. Which is spelled just like Houston,
no,
Texas.
Houston.
See,
Yes.
that's another one.
No, absolutely. Every New Yorker, we're former New Yorkers, but I will never forget Houston.
Yeah, see how it's crazy like that? That's
Absolutely.
a good one.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's the classic ones, but some of those have you could pronounce them differently. Like, yeah, I think the Houston and Houston are accepted as
That's
okay.
so outrageous that you even,
But
yeah, absolutely not.
Technically, it is
Houston.
Houston. It's Houston, but you can say it wrong.
It is Houston.
But, what is it? Potato, that thing.
Potato, yeah.
Those
but
are
who
okay.
says potato? I've never
Nobody
heard
says
anyone
it.
say
I know,
potato.
it's a good joke.
I've only heard it in a song. Like when they potato, tomato, tomato. He said, she said.
Tomato's a real thing because I think.
You've heard someone say, I've never heard
No, because
anyone
not
say
in
tomato.
English, but I think that's the Hispanic way of saying it, tomato. I think it's
WokeNFree
spelled like
Nation.
that.
Tú hablas
Tomato.
español.
I think it's tomato.
Yeah,
Something like that. I'm pronouncing it wrong.
How do you say? Tell us. Do you say tomato? Because
Oh, mira, ven aquí. Mira. That's what you're trying to say, right?
you're completely not even taking this seriously at all. I'm so over this right now.
What?
You're
Dude,
a complete. We're just singing in Spanish.
That's what I thought we were doing right now. I heard you saying it, so I joined along. So that's what we're doing on this episode about
my
English
God.
words.
Guys, WokeNFree Nation, please excuse Khalil. He's muy lo siento. And it's
No puede ser.
¿Tú entiendes? Okay.
Sí.
Muy bueno. It is that time again. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Lo siento.
Nosotros.
Night.
No, we. I got the first part.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Good job.
Muy bueno.
Cien.
It is coming to the end of our 110th. Go ahead. What's 110th in Spanish?
It's cien y diez?
No,
Yes.
que, no.
No,
No
there's
sé.
10. 10 is D.
No entiendo.
Cien is definitely 100.
Cien, sí.
It's cien y diez. Oh, diez. That's what it is. I think it's diez, yeah.
Okay.
Diez.
And episode of Woke and Free. Break glass, why don't you?
That's what happens in the pronunciation episode.
Exactly. This was you just stole my fire, guys. This was
Sorry.
the episode discussing the top 10 most common mispronounced words that we shared. We hoped you laughed. We hoped you rioted, and you also broke out in Spanish because that's just how we do in Woke and Free
Interesting.
world. Exactly. Maybe next time we'll do a bit of Russian, and then really have fun. So,
Okay, we can, yeah.
Will we leave you hanging for what our next episode will be about? Drum roll, please.
On our next episode, we will be doing the next Woke and Free story time called Carnival Killer. Make sure you follow us on social media to follow along in the conversation, and make sure you tune in next week for Woke and Free Wednesday to join the conversation at WokeNFree.com.
If you want to be a guest on our upcoming show, you definitely want to submit a topic on our Contact Us page, essentially by telling us what ideas you have at WokeNFree.com. So that is WokenFree.com, WokenFree.com. If you want to hit us up on social media because you want to share like breaking news, or you just want to holler, have some things to get off your mind, definitely find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even YouTube at Woke and Free. And then sponsorships. You heard the ad. If you guys want to promote a product, service, your book, we would love to have you join Woke and Free Nation. What do you have to do? Hit us on our Contact Us page at WokenFree.com.
If you didn't already subscribe, please do. Share the episode, and make sure you come back to join the conversation every Wednesday for Woke and Free Wednesdays. Remember, Woke and Free is more than a podcast. It is a way of life. Until next time.
Tomato, tomato.